Terry Gene Bollea, known to the world as Hulk Hogan, was a towering figure in professional wrestling, a pop culture icon, and a man whose life was as dramatic outside the ring as it was within it. Born on August 11, 1953, in Augusta, Georgia, and passing away on July 24, 2025, at the age of 71. Hogan's legacy is a blend of unparalleled success and polarizing controversies. From his meteoric rise as the face of wrestling in the 1980s to his courtroom battles, racial slurs, and leaked tapes, Hogan's story is one of triumph, scandal, and resilience. Let's dive into the life of the man behind the bandana, exploring the Hulk Hogan you may not have seen on TV. Hogan's roots trace back to a diverse heritage: Panamanian, Scottish, and French. Raised in Port Tampa, Florida, after his family relocated when he was young, Terry was the son of a construction foreman and a dance teacher. Tragedy struck early when his older brother, Alan, died of a drug overdose at 38. A loss that left a mark on the young Terry. As a kid, he excelled in baseball, showing promise as a Little League pitcher until an elbow injury at 14 derailed his dreams of going pro. Despite later claims of being scouted by Major League Baseball teams with a .71 for batting average, these stories were among the many exaggerations Hogan admitted to over the years. Wikipedia.org. Hogan's single quotes as passion for wrestling was sparked by watching icons like Dusty Rhodes and superstar Billy Graham, whose chiseled physique inspired him. By 16, he was hooked, idolizing Graham's larger-than-life presence. But wrestling wasn't his only pursuit. Music was a significant part of his youth, and he played fretless bass guitar in several rock bands, including the locally popular Ruckus, for nearly a decade. He briefly attended Hillsborough Community College and the University of South Florida, but dropped out to focus on music, performing at gigs around Tampa Bay. It was at Hector's Gym, where he stayed in peak physical condition, that his life took a pivotal turn. BBC.com during one of Ruckus's performances. The Briscoe brothers, renowned wrestlers, spotted Hogan's massive physique's 6 of N, 295 pounds, with 24-inch biceps. They recommended him to Hiro Matsuda, a respected wrestling trainer. Despite resistance from promoter Mike Graham, who knew Hogan from high school and wasn't a fan, Matsuda saw potential. Training was grueling. Matsuda broke Hogan's leg on his first day, testing his resolve. After a 10-week recovery, Hogan returned, dodging another attempt by Matsuda to injure him, and committed to mastering the craft. This perseverance laid the foundation for a legendary career. Wikipedia.org. Hogan's single quotes as wrestling career began in 1977. But it was his 1983 signing with the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE, that catapulted him to fame. With his blonde, horseshoe mustache, red and yellow bandanas, and a charismatic All-American persona, Hogan became the face of the 1980s wrestling boom. His signature leg drop, booming promos like "What You're Gonna Do When Hulkamania Runs Wild on You," and ability to connect with fans made him a global superstar. He headlined 8 of the first 9 WrestleManias, including the iconic WrestleMania 3 match against Andre the Giant, a storytelling masterpiece that drew 93,000 fans and solidified wrestling's mainstream appeal. Wikipedia.org. TheGuardian.com. Hogan's single quotes as influence extended beyond the ring. His larger-than-life character made him a crossover star, appearing in films like Rocky III, 1982, as Thunderlips, and starring in movies and TV shows. His merchandise, from action figures to T-shirts, flew off shelves, and his Hulkamania brand became synonymous with wrestling's golden era. In the 1990s, Hogan reinvented himself as a villain with the New World Order (NWO) in World Championship Wrestling (WCW), sparking another surge in wrestling's popularity. The NWO storyline, alongside Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, dominated pop culture, helping WCW outpace WWE in ratings for 18 months. Sports.yahoo.com, even after retiring from active wrestling. Hogan remained a fixture in the industry. He returned to WWE in 2002, was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2005, and again in 2020 as part of the NWO. Made sporadic appearances, including co-hosting WrestleMania 37 in 2021. His final WWE appearance in January 2025, promoting his Real American Beer, was met with boos, reflecting the complex feelings fans had about him due to his controversies. Wikipedia.org, sports.yahoo.com. Hogan's single quotes his career wasn't without its dark moments, which often overshadowed his achievements. In 1985, before WrestleMania's debut, Hogan appeared on Richard Belzer's talk show Hot Properties. Asked to demonstrate a wrestling move, Hogan reluctantly applied a front chin lock, causing Belzer to pass out and hit his head upon falling. Belzer required hospitalization and sued Hogan for $5 million, settling out of court for an estimated $400,000. This incident marked the beginning of Hogan's legal troubles. Newsweek.com. In 1994, Hogan testified in Vince McMahon's steroid trial, admitting to using steroids since 1976 to enhance his physique, but clarifying that McMahon never supplied them. His testimony helped acquit McMahon, but it exposed wrestling's underbelly, tarnishing Hogan's heroic image. N.Wikipedia.org. The most damaging scandal came in 2012 when Gawker published a clip from a 2007 sex tape featuring Hogan and Heather Clem, the wife of his then-friend Bubba the Love Sponge. Hogan sued Gawker for $100 million, alleging invasion of privacy. Backed by billionaire Peter Thiel, who had a personal vendetta against Gawker. Hogan won a $140 million jury award in 2016, later settling for $31 million. The lawsuit bankrupted Gawker and sparked debates about privacy rights versus press. Freedom.newsweek.com, WASHINGTONPOST.com. Worse still, in 2015, the same tape revealed Hogan using racial slurs, including the N-word, while discussing his daughter Brooke's dating life. The backlash was swift. WWE terminated his contract, removed him from its Hall of Fame, and scrubbed his presence from its website. Hogan issued a public apology, stating, "8 years ago, I used offensive language. It was unacceptable. This is not who I am." Despite his reinstatement in 2018 after apologizing to the WWE locker room, many fans and wrestlers never forgave him, as evidenced by the boos. At his final appearance in 2025, the scandal reignited debates about accountability and racism in wrestling, leaving a permanent stain on his legacy. Newsweek.com, NYTIMES.com. Hogan was also known for embellishing his past, claiming he was nearly a pro baseball player, considered for the Wrestler 2008, and approached to play bass for the Rolling Stones and Metallic. He even boasted about anatomical exaggerations, later admitting in court these were part of his Hulk Hogan persona, not Terry Bollea. These tall tales, while colorful, fueled perceptions of him as untrustworthy. Wikipedia.org. Outside wrestling, Hogan pursued various business ventures, often with mixed results. In 1995, he opened Pastamania in the Mall of America, featuring dishes like Hulk-U's and Hulkaroos. Despite promotion on WCW's Monday Nitro, it closed within a year. Hogan claimed he was offered the George Foreman grill endorsement, but missed the deadline, a story unsupported by evidence. Instead, he endorsed the Hulk Hogan Thunder Mixer and his own grill, which was recalled in 2008 as a fire hazard. HollywoodReporter.com in 2006. He launched Hogan energy drinks and Holster burgers at Walmart. In 2011, he started Hogan Nutrition, an online dietary supplement store. His restaurant ventures continued with Hogan's Beach in Tampa in 2012, which dropped his name by 2015, and Hogan's Hangout in Clearwater Beach. In 2024, he co-founded Real American Freestyle, a wrestling company, with Eric Bischoff securing a TV deal with Fox Nation shortly before his death. He also launched Real American Beer, which he promoted at his final WWE appearance. Sports.yahoo.com, HollywoodReporter.com. Financially, Hogan's life was a roller coaster. In 2008, he was worth an estimated $30 million, but his 2007 divorce from Linda Claridge, who alleged abuse and infidelity, cost him dearly. Combined with a lavish lifestyle, it nearly bankrupted him. His son Nick's 2007 car accident, which seriously injured a friend, added to his troubles. Hogan later credited a call from Layla Ali, his American Gladiators co-host, with pulling him out of suicidal thoughts during this period. WashingtonPost.com, LATIMES.com. Hogan protected his brand through Hogan Holdings Limited, managing trademarks like Hulk Hogan and Hollywood Hulk Hogan. He ventured into video games with Hulkamania Wrestling in 2008, appeared in Rent-O-Center commercials, and launched Hostamania, a web hosting service. In 2013, parodying Miley Cyrus's Wrecking Ball in a promotional video. He also worked with Visualis Sciences and supported the American Diabetes Association, showing his diverse interests. HollywoodReporter.com, LATIMES.com. Hogan's single quotes as physical toll from wrestling was immense. Years of heavyweight training and in-ring impacts led to chronic back issues. He underwent multiple spinal surgeries, including a fusion in 2010, and sued the Laser Spine Institute in 2013 for $50 million, alleging ineffective procedures worsened his condition. 9 Wikipedia.org, on July 24, 2025. Hogan suffered a cardiac arrest at his Clearwater, Florida home. Emergency responders arrived at 9:51 a.m., transporting him to Morton Plant Hospital, where he was pronounced dead at 11:17 a.m. His third wife, Sky Daly, whom he married in 2023, and his children, Brooke and Nick, survive him. Tributes poured in from WWE, wrestlers like Ric Flair and The Undertaker, and political figures like J.D. Vance and Donald Trump, for whom Hogan campaigned in 2024. Hulk Hogan's legacy is a paradox. He was a trailblazer who transformed wrestling into a global phenomenon, with his charisma, theatricality, and iconic matches. Yet his scandals, racial slurs, legal battles, and personal controversies cast a long shadow. As WWE stated, one of pop culture's most recognizable figures, Hogan helped WWE achieve global recognition in the 1980s. But posts on X reflect ongoing fan division, with some unable to separate the man from his missteps. CNN.com. Hogan's single quotes his story is one of determination, showmanship, and resilience, but also of flaws and accountability. His contributions to wrestling are undeniable, but his controversies ensure his legacy will always spark debate. What do you think of Hulk Hogan's complex journey? Share your thoughts and let us know what you'd like us to explore next.